Let's go.
Okay, so welcome. I'm sick today, so if I will try to stay energetic and entertaining, but I will do my best. So welcome to the third monthly meeting of UI Suite. We did the first in October and second in November, so it's every month. So we all know what is UI Suite, but let's just do a quick remember. It's a set of modules, and those modules are independent from each other, but when they are used together, they bring a cohesive experience. So the UI Suite modules are here to implement part of design systems, and then they can alignment some other modules from core and contrib, including page designer, for use some part of the design system. So you see in orange, UI Skin is a new one, and we will talk about this. So we will talk a bit about some subject open last two meetings, and then share about the news and what we plan to do next. So in October, we opened some discussion we didn't close yet, like for example, the GitHub issue to disable. I didn't check. I don't know if someone checked. I'm not very comfortable with GitHub myself, so maybe someone can have a look.
I don't know, guys, but did you change the slide, Pierre? Or
No.
You are still on the agenda?
No, it's still on the agenda, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't check last few weeks, but it was not disabled in my if I'm not wrong.
I have no access to that, so I don't know who can check.
Okay, thank you. Other subject open in October, the UI pattern consolidation, because we have today 5 submodules, including 4 to integrate to API, layout, field group, display suite, and views. So what can we do? Can we remove some, integrate new? There is a vibrant discussion about that. Me, I'm a bit out of this discussion, but I know some people from the community are very opinionated, so we need to discuss again. We talk about slots and props too. Just how can we split between the UI pattern field where you can inject renderables and the UI pattern fields where you need to validate against a schema, and you can only inject like data structure, exact data structure or exact data types. So for now, the recommendation is to use fields for slot and settings for props. And we talk also about style option. Also, we didn't contact the maintainers yet, but no hurry. We have time. It's not a priority subject. And in November, we got a look on the ecosystem feature of Drupal.org, and we checked that some of the module didn't flag the ecosystem. So what I will do for the next meeting, it's I will tag here the module we are not flagging. So this slide will be more useful. So what's new? What's next? Good news. Drupal 10 is coming tomorrow. So I hope you all plan to party. Maybe you will plan with your girlfriend in Paris, you know, to have a huge party. No, but
she doesn't care about Drupal. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Who
know.
doesn't care about Drupal?
Oh, too bad. So Drupal 9 to 10 is an easy update. It's even easier than Drupal 8 to 9. So I think it will give a good feeling, a good impression for the UI Suite module to be compatible very soon after the release. So there is some module we are maintaining ourselves, like free formatter, flag, settings, decoupled. So I think it will be easy to do it ourselves, and some module where we need to contact or maybe to help some people. Yeah, someone asked something. I heard a bell.
Yeah, I wanted to react.
Mm.
I released the UI patterns field formatters for D10 this morning.
This morning. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. And because we are checking the module, there is also the security coverage. It's not something we prioritize last years, but now our module are getting more mature. Most of them have stable release, so it's something we can check. And layout option and UI pattern entity links are not covered, and these two modules we are maintaining directly. So I know, Florent, you have some special permission, no?
Yes, I have permission to opt in for security coverage.
Yeah. So maybe we can, after the D10 release, we can apply.
Yeah, of course, for layout options, of course, yeah.
Entity links and entity links.
You do not put me as maintainers of entity links.
I was
Sorry, I do
wrong.
not have access. I do not have access to everything, Pierre. But
So
I can't cover everything also by myself. I need to delegate maintenance also.
Of course. But I will be glad to apply for security coverage of entity links. But
Yeah.
I don't know how. So just show me for layout option, and I will do the same for entity links.
If you have to have a specific role on Drupal.org for
That's
that.
the issue. So
Exactly.
so I will put
You put me maintainer, I opt in, and you kick me off maintenance.
Okay, let's do like that.
That's not good.
That's not good?
No, that's not fine. Yeah. That's so if you want to be able to opt in for security coverage, you could follow that process.
It's better I follow the process?
Yeah, it's a bit tedious, though.
Okay.
I wouldn't say on public record that you are hacking the system by using someone to.
It was not the purpose, you know. It was just I didn't want to do something sneaky. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And actually, the meet is recorded, so.
No, yeah, of course.
So don't do that.
Okay. I will not do that.
We cut.
Yeah, we can do it together. I need to do it anyway, so we
Nice.
can assist each other, maybe.
Okay, no, but I will apply because it's not the first time I'm blocked like that. So let's apply. So there was some release since last meeting. UI pattern field formatter got 2 release, the beta 2 early November with bug fixes, and which one is it?
Beta 3.
Beta 3?
Yeah, and I released the .x branch 2.
Okay. So very good news. ePattern's use style was 1.2 was released last week, and also Page Designer beta 8. So do you want to share something about Page Designer beta 8?
Yeah, that's just the bug fix release. I'm still working on the RC, on the proper 2.0 release. So, but time.
Yeah, it's time consuming. Today, maybe it's a target. we plan to release a new UI style 1.3 with integration with views and some API improvement, and a little compatibility break just only on the library twig file. So for people overriding the library twig. So it's very small break. So no big deal. And we are proposing to you a release of UI pattern 1.4 with all the issue already done. So in the next slide, we will see the scope. So there was 20 issue targeted when we move from GitHub issue queue to Drupal issue queue. A bit less than 20 because some issue are twice in this slide. And half of them were done already. And the initial plan was to do all of them before UI pattern 1.4, but I think it will be a good idea to release a version with what we already have.
Yes,
You agree?
as some people are starting using Drupal 10, and there is a compatibility fix on the development version to avoid people encountering this stuff that is already fixed on the dev version. Maybe let's do a release to not block this for I don't know 3 additional months before everything will be done, etc. I think it is better to have more frequent releases with less stuff in it than waiting too long for a big one.
Yeah, and I agree. And there is a lot of issue about field groups, and of course they are relevant, like the other issue. But it would be sad to block the release for such a packed group of issue.
Agreed.
Okay, so it's a democratic decision, and we will try, because we are busy, very busy. But we will try to do the release today.
For UI pattern, I think it will be okay. For UI styles, as we reviewed the changes yesterday, I don't think for UI styles it will be okay today.
It's
But,
not a big deal. We can
Yeah.
we can do it a bit later. Then UI style, the next release will add a CK editor file integration, a definition class, with extending the base core definition class, some UI improvements. And for UI example, some API improvement, because to ease the writing of those very, very long YAML files. For the theme, this slide is the same as last month. We are still working on it, and we are planning to release those new version of theme soon. We just put a focus on the module last week instead of theme. That's why we will do the theme later. Another good news, we have maintainership of layout option. Layout option is the module we are using to implement a grid-like layout from the design systems. So now we can do some of the new update, like the D9 compatibility. So it's nice from CG Monroe to trust us and to work with us. So there is a new module in UI Suite. Is UI Skin. UI Skin will be there to integrate with CSS variables, sometimes called CSS custom properties. with a team like the dark team, light team. We have some design system and some page layout stuff, the page.html.twig. We are now doing directly in the twig file or in some pre-process hooks. So this module will gather everything with plugins declared in YAML files. So for the first alpha release, we are targeting only the CSS variables. So last meeting, we talked about what need to be done, and we talked about 3 subjects features, and already 2 were implementing into the pre-alpha branch. It was tested with material design, and it works very well. I did a demo last meeting, and it's very exciting, as you can see. If someone was not in the meeting last month and want to have a demo, I can do it at the end of this meeting. It was also tested with Bootstrap 5, and it was not as nice, but it's not because of our plan for UI skin. It's because the implementation of CSS variable in Bootstrap 5 is not perfect. It looks like they took the SAS variables, and for each SAS variables, they made a CSS variable, and it's not what material design did, and it's not what it is expected. So there is some weird stuff, but it's upstream issue, so nothing to do on the UI skins. You want to add something about UI skin, Florent?
Yes, especially about UI Suite Bootstrap. Currently, in the first, it is currently not merged. It is a specific issue because it allows me to test UI skins with Bootstrap. And currently, for example, the first variables implemented were for what was the root variables, CSS variables, but after that, there are plenty of other variables for each component and each variant of components. So yeah, now that some refactoring has been done in UI skins to allow multiple scopes, etc., those other variables can be implemented in UI Suite Bootstrap. And after that, I would like to test a little bit because regarding all the number of CSS variables provided by Bootstrap 5, maybe the config form will be a nightmare, but that's depending on the design system.
Of course, for example, for material design, it was okay because I was like 30 or 40 variable and grouped in 4 or 5 categories. It was kind of clean. But for UI Suite Bootstrap, for Bootstrap, yes, it's a mess.
Told you.
Sorry?
I told you.
You told me. But anyway, it's very exciting. And it was really a missing part of the UI Suite. With that, it makes the solution way more powerful. So, you want to do, we are proposing to do a review and a merge during the meeting. Do you want to share your screen, Florent?
So, sorry, I was muted. Of course.
Yeah. And why Florent is sharing, if someone wants a demo of material design, you have to tell it now because I will prepare it during this time.
Okay. So the issue I wanted to discuss about UI patterns is maybe because it is only needs review, so we can be merged quickly and included inside the next release. Support of settings were delayed in previous meeting. We discussed to delay a little bit this one, and that's it. So what is needs review right now is the sort UI patterns definitions. Also, this I'm waiting to have a clear solution, and that it will be merged in UI patterns to apply the same logic in UI styles. Okay, Daniel wants to see the demo of UI skins, so prepare yourself, Pierre.
Okay. Nice.
And so, thanks, Edouard, for the reviews and comments. So regarding this merger, just sorry about the issue. The issue was that, for example, when we have some patterns declared from different sources, different modules and themes, and they were all grouped together on the patterns library page, but not sorted properly, alphabetically. That's the goal of this issue. And we, in the previous meeting, we agreed to sort by the label and not by the plugin machine name, to sort about something the current visitor on this page can see, and not some hidden data. So that's only. So that's only that. After that, a lot of tests. The main changes is inside the UI patterns manager, so it will affect everywhere when we ask for the definitions. So potentially also apply the sorting inside the select of field widgets or configuration elements when there is, for example, UI patterns, field formatters, or stuff like that, where we can select the patterns and then the variant, etc. The only stuff is to do a basic sorting. It is only this change. And if the pattern has no label, then we fall back to the pattern ID. Every other changes is only to provide test data. And there is a test about this result, only that. This is the only change. So Edward's comments were about, yes, I did a quick change on the fly, but yeah, okay, right. Later I will do stuff commit without issues, but I'm not totally okay with commits without issues, but okay, why not? Or I prefer to regroup, waiting to have a big mass of small changes to do an issue and do everything inside that. What else? Yeah, and these changes, yeah, it is in this file. I think it is the first one. Yes, this one. The fixture here. About the reordering of this fixture to put it at the last, because there is, I don't remember exactly which test, but there is a test very sensitive to the order of patterns displayed on the pattern library. And so now that the patterns were sorted, the test was failing, and that was that. So I'm not sure. For me, it is not out of scope.
I tried to run the test locally without this change, and it was passing.
But no,
these tests, but maybe not the other ones.
And I mean, yeah. That's why. It was another test that was failing. It is not the newly added test that is failing. It is another one, an existing one. And what else I wanted to say is, because it takes the order in the declaration of the fixtures to check the order of the results, and that's why it was failing.
So you're not out of scope.
Exactly. And because when you did, I tested without this. Yeah, it is the other test. That's why you made it. Okay. Okay. Resolve and resolve. If someone else has an opinion or comment to add, let's go. Or I can merge and we can do the release. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, let's go. I can stop sharing, and Pierre, you can go on your demo of UI skins. I think everyone know how the merge requests are works on Drupal.org, and that's not interesting to show it. Okay, go
Okay,
on,
nice.
Pierre. Thank you.
Thank you, Florent. You see my screen?
Yep.
So this is a Drupal 9 installation with UI Suite Material Team and UI Skin installed. And you can see there is some configuration in the team page. So this configuration is based on a plugin declaration in YAML, in the YAML file. We will have a look on this later. And this is the pattern library page. And this is just an example page. So, and example page is not very, I think it's not very relevant because there is already some override in the example provided by Material Design. So let's focus on the pattern page. So you see here, for example, we have different colors. We have okay, I'm updating. We have the purple, like blue one. I'm not sure it's a blue, but it's the primary color. And we have the green one. They come from some CSS variable. So I'm able, for example, to change the primary color to red and secondary color to orange. It's too close to brown. And I save. And if I, and okay, the color change. So this is nice because we still have the semantic color palette with primary, error, secondary, and other color specific to design system. For example, here there is also surface color. I will show you. We put surface color in yellow. The surface for material is the background of table and cards. So the table and the cards change the color. So we still have the semantic color palette, but we can change which color is it's applied to each semantic color. Let's have a look on the styles too. You can see the three colors I picked, surface, primary, and secondary, are also applied to the styles. Let's have a look on the example. Work 2 on the example. There is not only color palette, of course. Anything can be a variable. If I go back to my team, I see there is a grid. And for example, for the there is a gutter size. For the desktop is a widescreen for material. Let's put from 24 to 64. A big gutter. And then if I have no my gutter will move 24 to 64. I don't know if it's very easy. If you can see it. I will do another example without zoom out. Up, I go back to 24. See, it will reduce like that. Okay, this is a demo. And as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a variable to change the value of the design system without changing the semantic meaning of the component and the styles. And that's very important. Some question?
Actually, Sharike joined us in the meeting at about like 10 minutes ago. He seems interested in UI skins.
Ah, nice.
This is we are planning similar theme settings for new projects. Sharike, if you want to add something, feel free.
Of course, this is okay.
Yeah, we don't.
I have a question, if I may. I think I told you already in October that we built basically the same thing.
Yeah,
with
you told me.
CSS. What I'm interested in is like how. So I heard a lot that you work with Bootstrap a lot for these demos. But it's based a material. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's basically you need to implement it or connect it to the theme. But basically, you could do that with any theme. So UI Skins is not opinionated about the theme itself.
Yes, it is. UI skin, okay, it's exactly like UI pattern, UI style, UI suite. The module is not opinionated. The module is only providing a plugin manager and a back office admin form. Okay.
Okay.
And then the team developer will
Theme developer have to use the variables, but UI Skins by default it only provides a way to inject CSS variables inside the HTML. But what you do about these variables, this is up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically in our case, we have to rewrite our CSS to SCSS to be proper CSS, and then we could integrate it with UI Skin to use the backend for it. Yeah.
Of course, you need CSS variable into your CSS.
Yeah.
So the variable definition will be done by the front developer in the Drupal team. Indeed.
Okay.
Like for the styles or the patterns.
Good. I know what Daniel will be working on in the next few months.
So I will show you how it looks. This is my UI Suite material theme. So I can my pattern are here. You know about this. My layout are here with layout option. My example are here, and my styles are here. And I have a new file, UI Skin CSS variable. So this file have changed a lot because we are reworking the API. So, but you will understand the logic. It's like that. You know, you are declaring plugins. Each variable is a plugin. Okay.
Yep, I get it. It's very clear. It's very clean. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, and we are still following the same philosophy of UI Suite, declaring everything on the team in YAML. So you will feel at home with this module.
Sharike has a question about subteams and how variables works in subteams with UI skins.
Currently, the plugins detection works by theme inheritance. For example, if you declare CSS variables in a module, it will be declared for all your theme. If you declare a variable in a base theme, all the theme using this other theme as a parent can benefit from these variables, but another theme will not see it. Currently, this case it is documented in the tests and covered by the tests. Yes, this kind of stuff.
But the colors that could have been picked in the UI for the parent theme.
In terms of config, this is for the displaying the form of the config form. But in terms of configuration, if you put stuff in your configuration of your base theme, this configuration is not read inside your children theme. Or maybe because it is using temp get settings, and if it is not if temp get settings, if the function temp get settings is not doing automatically the inheritance, so no, it is not read. It is not automatic.
Is
Okay.
it something you need, Edouard? You need some inheritance of config, store config?
No, I'm not, but I was extending the question of Sharike.
Okay.
But is it something Core does right now about temp settings inheritance too?
I don't know.
Because for the to display the config form, I think it is, but about the stored config settings set in the config, I don't think it is. It is.
I don't think either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think
let's-
the new config will be created for the name of sub theme. So just let me explain the scenario what I am trying to do. We have a base theme which have a lot of configuration, and we wanted to have a certain different color combination and select the primary color. Header color should be different on certain sections. Okay, so what we are trying to do is using the switch base theme modules. We are trying to use switch base theme, and we created some derived theme, and we just wanted to change the primary color only. Okay, and then we switch base theme will apply to that particular site, and without doing much coding, without much CSS, we just wanted to apply particular theme, different color in the header. So we are still in the development for this POC. I just wanted to see if this approach work also. Maybe we can save some time.
You might need some additional modules to get your inheritance though.
Okay, I will try that. Look into that.
And about still about inheritance of settings. Did you plan to get a way to disable one of them? Maybe you want to disable a setting from the base theme in your subtheme.
We didn't implement that yet, but we did it for styles. So I think it will be
okay.
We can do the same for variables. Laurent, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm checking the new release of UI patterns.
No,
Sorry,
it's okay.
sorry, I'm not focused.
No, it's okay. We don't need your answer. I think it's clear. No, but yeah, we have such mechanism.
How about the inheritance of the settings of the
settings? No, it's something else.
It's about overriding or disabling settings inherited from somewhere else.
In this case, you have to do that by code, I think, with by overriding the detected definitions, and or either with PHP code or by there is still in the YAML definition declaration of a pattern of the patterns, because I have the word of the CSS variable plugins. You can, for example, took the same variable machine name and just have a key disabled, and that's it. I can show you quickly.
The key disable is already implemented.
Because I want something uniform between UI skins, UI styles, UI patterns, something quite common. One moment. I can share my screen. Yeah. If I have by default, it is enabled true. You do not have to declare it every time. But if you have another module which declared the same plugin, you just put enable false, and that's it. And you just where is it? Where is this test? Plugin tests, yeah. Just have to ensure that your module or theme is after that by the weight of the modules to ensure that your declaration pass after the previous one, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, because there is already this mechanism is in UI examples, maybe UI styles too. I don't remember, but yeah, to have something uniformized between all the solutions can be quite good.
Yeah, it has to be from the core plugin API, I guess, no?
I don't know if it is in core, but yeah, to factorize this common code between all the modules, yeah, can be a good idea.
So let's continue. We have only 2 or 3 slides left. Last month, we talked about issue related to layout builders. So there was one issue of UI pattern fee formatter branch 2. Edward did a test. He said it was okay. I did a test too. It was okay for me. And I am the one who creates the issue. So it was very good news. But Christian still has the issue. So Christian is not here today. So we can talk with him now, but it will be nice to have this talk later. And for UI style, we fix the issue with some related to some integration with the builder. So the question is, how many of us are using the builder? Because I know I do. I know Edouard is not. And I want to have like a survey. How many of us are using it?
Me too, but yeah, I use it.
I will just...
And just yes, Pierre, about the release of UI styles. I said that the views support and the other one I don't remember. I have some breaking change inside the definition. We're not going to be merged today, but should we do a new release UI styles right now for at least that this bug fix will be shipped? Or
we can wait a few days.
Wait a few days. Okay,
yeah.
Right. It will be for Christmas.
Yeah. So Philippe, Daniel, Sharik, are you using a layout builder in your project? No.
For us, it's the page designer that we basically use.
So yes, for you, page designer is
But we're looking into layout builder as a topic to use for the page designer or complement the page designer.
Okay. And Sharik?
Yeah, we are planning to use, but we are mostly using the layout paragraph.
Okay. So yeah. So it's a minority with using that. That's why sometimes we have bug related to layout builder, and the bug can stay a few weeks without being noticed. Okay.
Yeah. And actually, I was looking for the options how we can expose the UI style to layout paragraph settings.
To
layout paragraph settings to show the UI styles.
You have to use the submodule UI styles layout builder.
Yeah, but that's not coming in the layout paragraph. That's only working with the layout builder.
Maybe you met the bug we will ship in a few days.
The bug fix, yeah. We'll ship a bug fix, not a bug.
Not a bug. Yes,
I think currently with 1.2 version, in layout builder, if you have your styles layout builder enabled, and of course, if your theme or your modules are declaring your styles, because UI styles by itself do not declare styles, you have to implement ones. Then in layout builder blocks and layout builder sections, you should be able to see some of the styles, but the bug is that in some cases they are not applied. In the resulting HTML, you would not see your classes, your CSS classes.
Okay.
I think that layout paragraphs is using some bricks of layout builders to work because I couldn't make it work with UI patterns without enabling UI patterns layout paragraphs layout builder. Sorry.
Ah, okay.
So maybe you could try that.
Yeah, sure. I will try that.
So the Slack channel is still going up. We received 2 interesting messages this morning from Mike Herschel, and I can pronounce because there is a number in the name. Obispo. And they ask us our opinion about a single directory component, and it's very, very nice from them to ask for our opinion. So I will answer today to say thank you and to propose a meeting next week. So if you want to join the meeting, I think every information will be on the Slack channel. And also we have the report on the issue queue of UI Suite, and since last month we Florent mostly, but we will try to do it all together. We are starting to write the discussion, the point of discussion we want to share in the issue queue. So if you want to add something to this meeting, something to the agenda, you can comment the issue and it will be added to the slides. Thank you.
So maybe it's just right time to plan the next meeting.
Yes, sure.
Is that okay for you? The 10th of January, like same time, 11 a.m.
10th of January.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good for me.
Okay, nice.
Okay. You can also, Michael, you can skip my personal email address.
Okay, I will do that.
Thanks.
Daniel, good for you?
Yeah, should be fine. Yeah.
Because Daniel is the front ender UX, so he's the one working mostly with UI Suite. Yeah.
Nice. You enjoy?
Yeah, I'm blown away, and I'm a bit sad, to be honest, because we wrote so much trashy code that could have been avoided using those tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. No worries.
It has been over the last 4 years.
Sorry, Philippe?
It has been over the last 4 years, so it was not all there already. So
yeah. But it's very cool. I'm impressed, and I'm looking forward to test things out and implement that into our systems.
Yeah, and we are waiting for your feedbacks, for example, about UI Skin when the Alpha 1 will be released.
Nice.
Yeah, we've been on the same path before. That's why we're here.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I was able to share that with a front-end team of another company, and I think we have new users for their next projects too. They loved it. And
which company is it?
It's a city.
Oh, I've made some presentation to them for UI Suite DSFR.
Yeah,
so I talked to them like 2 months ago to present like UI Suite.
The word is spreading. And also I think next week we can start to talk about the Dev Days. If someone want to present something for the Dev Days of next year.
I'm not sure it's the right time. I don't know. Is it like
When is that and where is that?
It's like
It's in
April
July.
in where is it?
In Switzerland, no?
Vienna.
Vienna.
Bit far for me, but I'll be in the DrupalCon next year,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Back in France.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, do you have a date to propose
4.
for the next meeting?
It's 10th of January.
10th. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So have a nice month and celebrate the New Year Eve and Christmas for the one celebrating Christmas. And enjoy your time.
D10 first.
Yes.
Forget about this.
Yeah.
D10. Yeah, we have. No, this is the
Tomorrow.
big celebration, the new celebration. The only one who is important is tomorrow. D10.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I'm back in my hometown, and I know nobody who care about that in a 2 hours drive around me. So
Make noise. They will care then.
goodbye.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Have a
Have a
nice
good
day.
day.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye.